All right, you're very familiar with the 49ers, Brock Purdy. What did you see from his struggles this season?
Yeah, it was a little all over the place, right? I think there were some moments that I would say I was encouraged by Brock Purdy because there was moments where you went, he made more plays maybe outside of the Shanahan system where I was impressed. Like, oh, hey, the play wasn't there, nobody was open, and Brock made a play and made something happen. That to me was encouraging. Those are things that I have found to be negatives of him a little bit in the past. So I saw better there. But we regressed in some of the areas where he was great at the 2 years before that. And just the making the simple read, throwing the ball appropriately where it should be, whether it's the right touch, the right spot on the football field, getting off a read maybe too early at times, and then going, wait, that guy was open. Why are you already looking over there? So it was a little up and down year. But I don't sit here and just blame Brock Purdy. The whole team was up and down. And it's tough to climb that hill after the Super Bowl and what happened there for the 49ers football team. And I think they were in a little bit of a lull between that and some of the off-the-field stuff that the team had to deal with.
All right, so if you're the GM of the 49ers, do you give Brock Purdy that mega contract that everybody's talking about?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to know. I'm not, I know I'm friends with Kyle and John Lynch. We're not having conversations about this contract, okay? So this is nothing of inside info or anything. I've already stated this many times on my shows and all of that. I like Brock Purdy, and I believe they believe in Brock Purdy. But just in that doesn't mean you have to just sign him to some massive contract and, he's up for a new contract, so now we make him the highest paid player in football. That to me is where the NFL has gone wrong. That's to me where I would tell you the Miami Dolphins went wrong, right? Brock Purdy's very good, but I would have a limit about as much as how much I would pay him per year. I would. If Brock Purdy was a free agent, it's not going to be a land rush of the league going, oh my gosh, who's going to make him the richest paid player in football? There's not. And right now we're in this era where teams kind of negotiate against themselves for some reason. And yeah, I would find a line of demarcation. What that is, 35, maybe 40, whatever. But I think if you want to win Super Bowls and build the proper team, they got to find a way to spread the wealth. And Brock Purdy's not the kind of guy like a Mahomes, a Josh Allen, Lamar that I think you pay that big money to who can just carry the team through anything in any situation.
What do the 49ers have to do to make it back to the Super Bowl in 2025?
Right. I mean, one, have a quieter offseason. Hopefully not have any contract issues. We know the injuries are a deal. I mean, that was an issue. People could say what all they want. I know everybody on TV is, it's the next man up. It's the next man up. After you go the next man up at more than a few positions, there's a reason guys are third stringers. There's a reason, that guy wasn't on our team last year. We cut him, and now he's back here because we have a few injuries. Yeah, it's a big drop-off between some of those guys and not. You look at the Detroit Lions. I know they tried to make the same excuses. So I have a lot of faith in that crew out there. You know that. I think everybody knows that. I'm a big believer in the team. I like Brock Purdy. I'm just trying to say he's not Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. That's all I'm trying to say. But everything else is there, and I would be shocked if the 49ers aren't right back in the mix next year.
All right, offensive line, though. I mean, there's been a lot of talk.
I know.
How do they fix the offensive line?
They're definitely have to dive into that. And I think a little because, they've missed a few draft picks maybe. They've gotten a little unlucky with injuries, Trent Williams contract issue. And I also think sometimes Kyle is so good at running the ball and helping the O-line. That's maybe one place they went, hey, we can maybe save some money. We don't have to do that because you're so good with your schemes and creativity. I think you can help them out. But I think as we see, if you want to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, the Eagles with their D-line, right, some of the top teams in football, the Ravens, I think it is an area that has to be improved, certainly. And I'm not into free agency and draft mode, but I know there's some options, and then you and I can talk in a few weeks when I have a better feel for that, and I'll throw out some names and things they could do, certainly.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Chris.
Anytime.